Yo, folks, I hope everybody is doing good. I welcome you all to FX Creates YouTube channel. This is Carl speaking. I just want to do a quick commentary on what I was expecting or what I'm still expecting the market to do this week because today is Tuesday. The market opened Sunday, like Sunday. It opened Sunday, so we have traded 2 days and we are left with 3 days now. So let's get on top of it. So before a new trading week begins, as we all know what ICT told us, that we have to go to the weekly time frame. Like, what is the next weekly candlestick most likely to do? So I did the same thing before this weekly candlestick started. I was like, okay, where is my bidding range first? Because I need to understand where I'm at. I'm at a discount premium. What's going on? So I found my dealing range. The dealing range from the weekly for me was from this high and to this low. So I was like, okay, this is the dealing range. And then what price did, and then I saw that price took out this sell side liquidity. You understand? After price taking this sell side liquidity from this old low, because there was a high volume of trading from retail logic traders from here, because some of them they were having a double bottom, support and resistance. And then some of them, after this low was taken, they were like, okay, if the low is taken, then they put their sell stops and then they get triggered because they say after a high or a low is taken, the market is going to continue going to that certain direction where that high or that low is taken. So to them, they were like, the market, after it took out this low, is going to continue going down. You understand? And then the market triggered their sell stops and then it took them out. And then to my mind, I knew that after taking out a high or a low, the market must retrace back inside the range. So now we are in a bearish order flow. So I know that after a low is taken, the market must retrace back inside the premium level to go and fill up the gap because price is only driven lower or higher to take out old highs and old lows and fill up the gaps. You understand? So I was like, okay, the market has to retrace up at least to this gap. You understand? It must go higher at least to this gap. You understand? And then I wanted to no man, I went to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame to get more clarity and stuff. So this low was taken, and then I was like, okay, on the daily, what do we have? On the daily, my dealing range is from this low, look, from this high and to this low. Why? It's because the market, like what I wanted the market to do was to retrace back inside the range where at least to that volume imbalance. You understand? From Nasdaq to that volume imbalance. And then after that volume imbalance, I'm gonna see what price does. But what I'm expecting price to take out this old high and then react from that favorable gap. You understand? But I'm not ruling any cells that are gonna come after price took out or came and type inside that volume imbalance or to fill up that volume imbalance. You understand? So to me, it was like, okay, price must open, even if it can open and go down, but it must retrace back inside that range to that volume imbalance. And then this was my first liquidity, this old daily high, and then it was taken. This is Monday, this is Tuesday. So I commenced my trading today, which is Tuesday. So I'm gonna talk about what I did today and what I was expecting from price and how I reacted to what price was giving. Understand? So cool. And then the market today opened up, and then I'm gonna show you. So this is it that I was expecting price to do, and I'm still expecting price to retrace back, like to go higher, at least to that volume imbalance from Nasdaq. You understand? And it's the same thing from S&P 500 too. You understand? Because they normally do the same thing. They do the same thing, but S&P 500 already filled in the volume imbalance. You understand? And also on S&P 500, the dealing range is still the same, and I'm expecting price to go to that fair gap after taking out that old high, and then it can go lower again. Okay, so let's go to today's trading. Because I commenced trading today. You understand? So today, as you can see, the market opened here and then it went to the downside, to the upside. This was the close of yesterday. So this is the previous daily high of Monday, and then it was taken out. Price went to the upside, and then it went continued to go to the upside. I was sleeping at that time. You understand? And then I woke up when price took out this low. And then to me, I was like, okay, this is my market structure shift. And then price must retrace back inside the range. Why price must retrace back inside the range to come and fill up that gap and then go down? Why does price have to go down? Because this is the recent high, this is the recent high, this is the recent low. So I was expecting price to retrace back inside the discount level to this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So I was expecting price to come back and fill up this buy side imbalance, sell side like inefficiency. You understand? So I took out the sell. People like who are on my Instagram, they see, they saw, and like I posted it at Car the Great. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can go check it out. You understand? I just post what I do, like with the markets and stuff. I'm not doing anything extra, just my trades and stuff. You feel me? Because I can't edit. If I was able to edit these YouTube videos, guys, I'm not what do you call this thing? I'm not like gonna do marketing and stuff like, oh, I took this thing and what. I'm not able to edit anything because I'm not looking at anything because I'm able to extract from the market as Michael told me. You understand? So I'm not gonna be like shitting. Oh shit, like edit stuff. I'm not that type. So the market, I was expecting the market after taking out this sell to come and fill in this sell side, like this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. You understand? And then the market didn't tap in from here, but S&P 500 did tap, and I knew that S&P 500, like if S&P 500 did tap there, I have to close my trade. You understand? I have to close my trade, and then I closed my trade. I think around here from this candlestick, and then I was expecting Nasdaq to come and do it and fill in this gap. You understand? And then Nas 100 didn't do what? Didn't fill in the gap. And I knew that we have to go higher. Why do we have to go higher? Or like the liquidity of the day for me, it is like at this that drives first, second, and third. Because retailers they'll be like, you broke the structure, you must react from there, or you react from there, or you react from there. And then to me, that was my buy side liquidity. That's what I was expecting price to sweep off today for me. You understand? And then Nasdaq, like I was like waiting, I did put my limit here, and then it didn't tap in. And then I realized later that oh shit, this thing is going up. But I didn't want to chase it, so I was just like, okay, let me cool down and wait for price to go up. You understand? And then price did go to the upside. I was not inside the move. I was like, okay, cool, it's fine. Because I only trade NAS 100. I use S&P 500 as my bellwether. You understand? So the market reacted from that favorite gap for 1 hour time frame, and then I was not in there. I was waiting for the shift. If you can go to the 3 minute time frame, this was the market structure shift for me. Then there is a gap from 3 minute time frame that I was expecting the market to go up and fill, and then yeah, the market didn't do it. It went to the downside. Then I was like, okay, cool. Where was it going to for the downside? It was going from like for this clean low, and then it did go here. And I was also expecting price to take out the midnight open, and then it was taken out too. And then I was expecting it to react from these favorable gaps because from here there's a lot of noise. Honestly, gonna stack. And then price didn't tap inside this gap, and then it continued to go to the upside again. I was like, okay, I'm not in, and then it's fine. And then I didn't even take this shift because I was not watching. So let's go to S&P 500, which did the same thing too, but I also want to outline something from it. It's the same thing. I don't trade S&P, but I use it as my bellwether. You understand? So from S&P, still the same thing again. It reacted there from that. There is a gap from 5 minute time frame. You can check it out there. But I don't want to waste time. I just wanted this video to be short. There's a gap after this previous daily high. I don't know which day, but after this high, there's a gap there. yeah, this is the gap, you understand? But I didn't trade from the gap. I didn't want to be like, okay, chase the price to sell because I knew that, yeah, price obviously has to sell, but I didn't want to chase it. So what I was expecting the shift too, and then from S&P 500, this was the market structure shift, and then it came back to fill up that gap. Like there's no gap, honestly. There's no gap. It was already filled from here. This was the gap that was filled, and then we went to the downside. And then I was like, okay, I don't trade S&P, but Nasdaq didn't go to fill up the gap. So I was like, okay, the market can go. I'm gonna wait next time. For me, and like S&P 500 has been reacting very well. You see, also in S&P 500, it was the same thing that I was expecting on Nasdaq. That drives come to the buy side, imbalance, sell side, inefficiency, tap in, and then we go to the upside to take out those that drives, which were my liquidity put for the like for today, and then wait for a market structure shift, and then we go to the downside. It was the same thing. This was the market structure shift. Price came back to fill up that small gap there. We went to the downside. And then it going to the downside, I knew that the market after taking out this, because people were looking at this low. You understand? They were saying this is an order block. You know how do they trade this smart money concept of theirs? So they were like, this is the order block. And I knew that here we have liquidity. Why? Because we're having midnight opening price. So this was the gap I was expecting the market to react to, and it did react. You understand? But I was expecting Nasdaq to react to that gap I showed you, but Nasdaq didn't do it. And then this was the shift, came back to balance it. I was not there. I was playing football at that time. And then this was the liquidity, this relative equal highs. Price came back and then it went up to take them out. You understand? So this is what price has been doing, honestly. And then now it rallied up. I'm not inside this trade too. See, filled it filled the gap. You know where we are going. We are going for this buy side liquidity, which are these relative equal highs. Then price went up, and then I just came in now, as you can see, when it was here. Then I said, okay, let me take the video before I sleep. So I'm gonna wait for tomorrow. You understand? Like for tomorrow, what like tomorrow is gonna bring, and then watch for price to react. Like watch price and then react according to how I trade and how I do the concept as ICT taught me. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna bring more, what do you call this thing? More commentaries and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of the great signing out. But if you wanna speak with me or like watch my trades every day and stuff, you can follow me at Carl the Great 19 on Instagram. Kyle underscore the Great 19. Go Insta and then you will find me there. So yeah, this is how I trade the concept from ICT. I don't trade the whole thing that ICT told us, but I chose what was working for me, and then this is how I traded. And it's not different from ICT, it's the same thing. But yeah, so Kyle the Great, I'm signing out, guys. I wish you a very, very, very successful trading week, a productive one, because at the end we are all hustling and stuff. So let's work, guys. Let's put in more work. Signing out.